What you should know about electric vehicles. That's our Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from General Motors is EV Ecosystem Manager Kaylee Hill. Hi, Kaylee.
Hi there. How are you doing today?
Terrific. Well, GM has just launched a brand new website, evlive.gm.com. Tell us about the concept here.
Yes, I'd be really happy to tell everyone about the vision for EV Live. So this is a innovative, immersive experience that anyone in the United States can visit for free. And what you can do is go to evlive.gm.com and join or schedule a tour with a real life person who will answer any of the EV questions you may have, whether you really aren't sure what the heck this EV business is all about anyway, or whether you own an EV and you want to understand a bit more about what GM is doing, to everything in between.
Step us through the experience here. What are people going to see when they get there?
So when you get to evlive.gm.com, there's actually quite a lot of content we've developed just for the website itself, for those who may want to peruse that. And then once you do join a live tour, what you'll experience is a two-way audio, but one-way video discussion, conversation with a real person, like I mentioned. So this person will be able to hear you and you can hear him or her. But the great thing is, for the people that are at home, we can't see you. So please feel free to take this call anywhere you happen to be, because we can't tell where you are. However, the person on the other end of the line, one of our EV specialists, is actually in our studio. We built a full studio that houses new GM EVs. It houses GM charging products. It houses really anything kind of in the EV infrastructure space, up to and including even an e-powered vehicle. So we really welcome anyone who's curious about any of those things to call in. And really what will happen is when they're having this conversation with the specialist, the questions they're having will kind of be brought to life by being able to see what's in the studio and really get a full 360 of all the stuff we have in there.
So do you make an appointment? I assume you don't have this staffed 24/7.
You know what? It's actually staffed. It's staffed a lot of the time. We're trying to make sure we have coverage morning to night on the east to west coast. So rest assured, for the most part, you can get a hold of someone. But what we offer is either joining a live tour. So if one of our specialists is available, you can literally directly click that button and talk to someone right away. However, we also encourage folks to schedule an appointment too, if a different time would be more suitable. If all of our specialists are busy, you might have a short wait time, but we're finding that's pretty manageable at this point. So we feel like, whenever you're feeling like you want to call in, please do, because we'll be ready to help you.
So in the decision-making process, creating this, tell us what you learned about the need for this kind of site.
Well, I think what we found over the last number of years, as we've gotten really good at the EV space, GM as a company has so many subject matter experts that are doing so much great work. We kind of figured there's a lot of, I would say, misconceptions or confusion around electric vehicles and the infrastructure that supports them. So a lot of the questions we're getting tend to be around range, like how far can I actually go in an electric vehicle? How do I charge? Is there some sort of home charging option? Is there public charging options? A lot of questions of that nature. So what we've done is we've sort of boiled it down to, I would say, the top questions people have, and we've built the studio to sort of visually help explain the answers to those questions.
Now, a lot of people may be very interested in EVs, I think, but at the same time, they're wondering, okay, should I spend this much money and get the lower range model, or is it worth the extra money? And there is confusion there. What do people really need? Some tough things to answer sometimes.
For sure. And I think the great thing that we're finding is, GM has a pretty robust and healthy product pipeline. So, as we go forward here, we feel really confident that whatever your situation is, whatever your life situation is, wherever you live, we feel like there's going to be an EV that's going to work for you, a charger that's going to work for you. And we're trying to purposely build all of our products so that they really do fit what the public is looking for.
There are also questions people might have about, they read things sometimes, clickbait maybe, about safety. Are these things going to blow up in my garage? Things like that. A lot of questions. Is the electric grid really prepared for this? And is it going to save me money or isn't it?
Yeah, that's actually a really great point. Some of the questions that we're finding that people are asking are around things like cost of ownership or maintenance of an electric vehicle. So we wanted to make sure that our specialists had the latest and greatest, and they are being continually updated with information. So we do have, like I mentioned, these subject matter experts, engineers, and so forth, who are consistently helping us update the information we're providing so that people can feel really confident when they're visiting evlive.gm.com that they're getting accurate, real information.
That's terrific because as you said, there is a lot of misinformation there, sometimes confusion in the marketplace about, what people really need and what the benefits are. And I know GM is really committed to this, but I'll let you tell us what your thoughts are about the real benefits here. Why this big push? Some people wonder that. Why is there this whole shift in the industry? Why is everything going electric?
Yeah, well, I think GM has made it pretty clear we're committed to an all-electric future. That's been our stance for a while. So I think really what became really important to us is it is critical that the general public have free access to information, legitimate, credible information about EVs. And that's really something that will support our all-electric future, of course, but ultimately, it is something that we want to make sure is available, is free, so really all you need is an internet connection and a device that hooks up to the internet in order to be able to have a conversation with us.
And of course, you would like them to be buying GM, but this is applicable, I guess, to a lot of almost any EV that's out there, right?
Yeah, and to be honest, we have a lot of people that we're talking to who do not own an EV, aren't even sure if an EV is right for their lifestyle. So that's why we're sort of encouraging people, if you're wondering that, please give us a call and help us help you, kind of thing, because there's a lot to consider. And so we want to make sure that the right info is getting into the right hands. Is
there a link or a way to buy one from the site? Or
well, our team of specialists, they are really, really knowledgeable in kind of guiding people to the right place. So if you're someone who's a little intrigued by that $26,000 boat that we have out there that's quite reasonably priced, then we can certainly send you to the right place to get a little bit more information. Absolutely. Or if you're looking at a Hummer EV or a Lyric, then we, of course, our team is fully ready to kind of send you to the right place as well. And I should also mention the dealers who we work with. We have a fantastic dealer network, and we're encouraging them to get involved with EV Live as well, whether it could be from a training standpoint. So if they would like their staff to ramp up their EV knowledge, we're encouraging them to call in and level up their education, or potentially they could be in the showroom with a customer, and maybe that customer wants to go deep on Ultium batteries. The dealership employee can call up EV Live and sort of complement that showroom experience a little bit.
Terrific. Again, it's evlive.gm.com.
Got it.
Kaylee Hill, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you so much for having me. We look forward to welcoming everyone to the site.